are, I don't have any idea what this connection is going to be, but unbelievable story with the Sarasota County guy that came to inspect the second set half of my windows in my home being done. I have to get that story out because it's been now almost 2 or 3 weeks, and it was out of the universe synchronicity with him, and we've continued to communicate with text, and all I know is that there's some connection with the Roseanne Barr recording I did, which is pretty. I just want to drop that. I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but that's a big one. AIN LLC. It's all about the energy. These are not gonna come. Just keep going. Okay. AIN LLC. That's my company. Alice and Irene Noune LLC. The tagline is "It's all about the energy." More than anything, what I'm feeling with that is, you know, even though I'm W-2'd by the farm, I mean, I've had a legal business now for over 8 years, and basically what do? I'm a conglomerate of all the skill sets that I've done a lot of things. Now, I've not stuck with any one thing all that long, other than reading people and knowing myself, and having tremendous organization and a tremendous ability to synthesize and relate and interconnect. And then I've had the experiences as an educator, as a farmer, as an event planner, and worker, somebody that's traveled, I've been in the corporate world for a short period of time. I was at Microsoft for a year. I worked at my alma mater, a higher educational institution. I worked at a science museum. So it's like I ran my own business when I was still in high school. So, there's a lot of me that represents what my company is. Right now, what would I like to do? I am ready. I'm ready for so many aspects. The podcast is absolutely a practice to begin speaking. The Ripple 2020 project, which I thought would be off the ground by now, but man, has that been so challenging to reevaluate in the post-2020 year. That is, I'm ready to receive a lot of resources. I'm ready to be the hub, man. I'm ready to be the hub. Information, resource, whatever the energy is, and divvy it out to who needs it when and who needs the most. Okay, give it to me. All right, this is who needs this and how much of it, and I'm ready to be the hub. And I'm ready to be the hub. And I'm tired of people that I don't want to settle for somebody who doesn't understand what role I'm playing for them, who doesn't understand, or worse, doesn't care. And at the farm, he doesn't care. And definitely, I don't think he understands, but worse, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. I cannot work for somebody that doesn't care. I'm not even saying care about me, but at least care about something. Demonstrate that you care, that you have emotion and feelings about something. Your business, your family, something. What I rest on is when this person interacts with the animals, and I'm not there very often to catch it live, and then that's what keeps me going, to remind me that he's human and he's sweet and he's doing the best that he can. I live in a community that I know that people value this place. Okay, well, I have to be honest then. We need, I'm not going to keep sacrificing myself the way that I am. And no one's asking me to, but it's like, really? Is it really the right choice I'm doing my part. I promise I'm trying to get aligned with it and not be pissed about it. But I cannot, we have a Band-Aid. And if I don't get other participation, it's not going to happen at the farm. I need it at the next level within the community. It's not going to remain open, which, in the most selfish thing, I care about because I would rather not lose my job, but it's also much, 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 much more about what that place represents on so many levels for where we are and where we're going. And I mean, yeah, so I don't want to be giving all my energy as most that I am there. Microsoft. Why? What frequency comes through at Microsoft? It's pretty simple. Bill Gates is quite honestly of the darkest of dark. He is a dark, 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 dark entity that has spread lots of dark, poisonous, toxic, awful, horrible things energetically, and the ripple effects of the energy and all the actions, direct actions and decisions. And like I said, I walked the halls of that place. That's how that's relevant. The farm, we just went off. The farm is the most aggravated right now, and it's simply because I work with teams. I mean, if I don't work with teams, you better put me with individuals that are playing at my level. And I can't handle no accountability, no responsibility, no communication. I can't handle it. And that is the team that I'm a part of at the farm. I can't fucking handle it. No accountability, no responsibility, no communication. And if that doesn't summarize the mass world, I don't know what else does. St. Anthony's, very, 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 very important event, triathlon. First as a participant, it was the first triathlon I ever did in 2003. Then it fell in my lap as a saving grace right after my divorce in 2004 for me to work it, and I have worked it ever since. This would have been, for this year, day one of work for me, for that event. It always, up until last year, was always on the last full weekend. The event was on the last full weekend of April, and I start, in recent years, I've started work on Monday and work a full week. Today would be day one of St. Anthony's. So many, okay, I do want to get out if the camera's even still recording. The fact, how do I say this? I'm blown away that my event colleagues are just going back to the world like nothing has changed. You guys don't realize that you think that just because it was a pretty good experience for most of them. They had the year off. All my Ironman friends, most of them kept their job, had a year off with very little work when you don't have events, and still got paid and got to do it from home. Okay? It was a pretty cush year. You guys clearly did not look within even, all the various levels. Just examine how you're doing business and how your company is doing business. I'm stupefied that my event family is just, for the most part, with the exception of the one I worked last weekend, JB, the initials, she and I, wow, man, so awesome. All the rest of them are like, okay, let's just pretend this past year hasn't happened, and all the layers, again, everybody's at different ends of the spectrum of what they took this year to do and examine. But I can't go back like the world is the same, and I've been saying for years and years, indirectly, and kind of dancing around it because of dancing around how I know it would affect people, just wishing they would see their power, all the people I work with in the event world, for us to come together on our own and outside of these corporations and actually come together as the human beings that we are and watch how powerful and what we can create and how it would blow anything that these companies for whom we work puts together. It would blow it out of the water. And so lots of emotion about that, just all the layers of that. The COSO Society, one of the greater truths that's being revealed right now, among other things, is that hydroxychloroquine is something that could have helped, does help, did help people that were diagnosed with whatever this virus was. The very last thing I posted on Facebook before I took a 9-month break, 10-month break, and I'm barely back on right now, and I haven't even read anything. I mean, all I've done is popped on about a month ago, started posting, but I had posted something on doctors talking about hydroxychloroquine, and the response I got from somebody, particularly from the COSO Society, boy did that sting. And all I can say is, again, I'm here as an ego check. I'm here for those who have spent a lifetime seeing themselves as nothing. Bring them back to the middle point of, no way, man, you are not nothing. And I'm here to knock down all these ego. And these doctors, you guys, I'm sorry, but you aren't, the vast majority of you, doctors, lawyers, super rich people, you're not being honest if you don't admit that when it came down to it, you absolutely do think you're better than lots of people. And I'm here to knock that down. And one of these people responded, and just the energy and the feel, and it was from somebody who I know is not egotistical. And so that was what made it even more potent to me, to feel like just the arrogance, like just because you're a doctor, you have all the answers and you know, these are doctors, like just, you're not, you are, and then like, it doesn't matter. It's, I have felt that for most of my adult life because I'm not playing that mainstream game. And as long as I play the role below, I remember at Microsoft, I was the secretary, and I really connected with pretty much everybody I crossed paths with. And I became really good friends with a couple of ladies, and I will maintain to this day that as long as I was the secretary, they were totally comfortable. But as soon as I started to come into my power after moving back here, and mind you, I communicated, not probably in the best way, but I was trying to express how I had been hurt by them. But I will maintain, they could not handle what it meant that just the little old secretary was actually choosing to be a secretary. And, you know, they couldn't handle as I came into my power because they found it threatening. Because in their world, all they experience and know is hierarchy. And they don't know the uniqueness and frequency or not used to going within, you know, when they get triggered in that way. And I felt that with this girl.